too. So, of course, his brother Kane, the Bandit Malberg, took over and won the national title. Shannon, of course, taking the Crew Chief of the Year award this year, going full bore for a national title, including bringing on Justin Reitz in the 14. As you can see, those cars look identical except for the number. Justin Reitz looking really, really good last week, considering he doesn't have a whole lot of seat time in that car. We are green with BW Outfitters tonight, and it's going to be Jordan Runge to the lead. But, oh, man, they were 4 wide going down the front stretch. Almost went 4 wide into 1. They're all going to settle it down. Here comes the 28R of Trent Reed. He goes to the low side of Malberg, now to the high side of Runge. They're side by side. Oh, Malberg drives it in deep, gives a little shot in the shorts to Reed. Reed's going to lead lap number 1, followed by Malberg. Runge. The 18R of Justin Reed, and looks like the 22A of Tony Anderson rounded out the top 5. Oh, Reed still with the lead, but look at this on the high side. It's going to be Malberg. They are side by side as they come off of 4. New leader, give it to Shannon Malberg. Reed trying to snake back to the low side, see if he can get side by side with him, make another run again. He gets about to the rear bumper, and that's about as far as that Cavalier will go. The Acura Integra of Malberg he's starting to put a little bit of a gap between him and Reed as they come down halfway home. 3 down, 3 to go. As they come out of 2. Reed is trying to whip that car for everything it's got to catch back up to Malberg. He can sustain the distance, but he can't make up any ground. Meanwhile, you still have Runge, Justin Reed, and now Justin Reed's popping himself into that top 5. 2 laps to go. And it is Shannon Malberg losing a little bit of ground as he bobbles a little bit. Trent Reed smells some blood in the water. He is going to catch up to the rear bumper as they go down into 3 of Shannon Malberg. Can he get to the inside? Can he make a move happen? Oh, he about wiped his nose on the back bumper of Malberg. As they come down, white flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Reed's trying to set up for 1 last-ditch move into 3 and 4. He gets a good run coming out of 2. Malberg not able to make up any space. Will Reed drive it in deep? No. Shannon Malberg will win heat number 1. Trent Reed in 2nd, followed by Jordan Runge, Justin Reed, and Justin Reitz. 3, 4, and 5. The field very slow through 3 and 4. Not sure what Volkert and Lee are doing, but man, they're getting passed by grandmas on scooters right now. Oh, now the RPMs come up. Wow, that was kind of a weird start. Want to say hello to everybody on the AdvantageRacing.tv Facebook live stream right now. We're going to have you on here for not 1, not 2, but 3 heats of action. This is heat number 2 for your Mach 1 IMCA Sport Compacts presented by Culver's in Carroll. And it is Joshua Lee with the early advantage. Here comes Tony Kurger from 5th to the lead. 3rd place is Colton Ransom. Still a lot of smoke. He's been battling smoke since practices earlier in the year. Levi Volkert in 4th and Cody Gordon rounding out that top 5. But Kurger last week managed to slap the wall, bent the right rear, and still came home a very close 2nd. But remember, he is a former track champion. Can he be putting the notice out that, hey, this year while I've had a few bad years, I'm coming back for my title again this year. He is taking the field to the Gapplebees on a race night, as looks like Colton Ransom is going to get around Joshua Lee. He'll take second. That's going to open the door for Levi Volkert, also on the high side. Around the outside, move the 7-1-2 to third place. Kerger, Ransom, Volkert, Lee, and Gordon, top 5. As they're going to be coming down to see 2 laps to go this time by. Oh, Levi Volkert, whoa! Levi Volkert with a power move, almost didn't clear the nose of Colton Ransom, but they did make it stick. No harm, no foul. Move Levi Volkert up to second. As Chief Starter Larry Wilkerson has the white hanky in hand, he'll be throwing out the laundry here in just a moment, as Tony Kerger has said, I'm out of here. He's already gone back to Woodbine, Iowa to fill the NOS bottle before coming back for the feature tonight. As he's going to power it down the backstretch into 3 and 4 one more time. Tony Kerger with ease is going to win heat race number 2. Levi Volkert's going to be second, followed by Colton Ransom, Joshua Lee, and Cody Gordon rounding out that top 5. So let's try this start one more time. This time, Larry likes what he sees. We are Green Flag Racing, and it is Hayden Hillgardner and Brian Sullivan. They are going at each other. Little Rubbins Racing coming down the front stretch. Meanwhile, second and third is a battle between Joe Reitz and the 99 RE of Ari Schouten. Sullivan with the lead now. Hillgardner in second. Joe Reitz will pound his way into third. Schouten in fourth, and here comes Thomas Van Dyke rounding out that top 5 right now. At the end of lap number 1, Brian Sullivan starting to pull away from Hillgardner. The field starting to kind of work themselves into a flat rate here, except for Thomas Van Dyke, who's trying to get 4th place away from Ari Schouten right now. But up front, it is still all Brian Sullivan, and pulling away, I might add. Van Dyke once again trying to get by Schouten. It looks at the inside of turn 2. Can't quite get it done. Now he's going to look through 3 and 4. No, still can't get it done. Ari Schouten, a little bit better bike coming off the higher line in the corners. Not stopping Van Dyke, though, in that edge chassis. Oh! Schouten started to cut down and shut the door on him. And, Van Dyke had to get a little bit slideways in order to keep from hitting him. Halfway home, 4 laps down, 4 laps to go as it's 8-lap heat races in your SportMod. Oh no, it's problems for Joe Reitz. The 1JR off the pace. The field goes by him. Can he get down into the pits? Aiden Webb finally goes by, and yes, he is now in the pits. Unfortunately done for the heat race. Hopefully we will see him back in the feature though. Meanwhile, it is all Brian Sullivan. Sees a green hanky in the air. 2 laps to go. Sullivan, Hillgardner, Van Dyke, Schouten, your top 4. Followed by the 48 of Tommy Tanner, 44 Dylan Peterson, and the 55 of Aiden Webb. Wide flag is out, 1 lap to go. As they come through 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen, the Boogeyman puts on a nightmare clinic. Brian Sullivan will take the heat race win. Hayden Hillgardner in second. Third is going to go to the 13 of Thomas Van Dyke. Ari Schouten in fourth. Rounding out the top 5 is going to be Tommy Tanner, followed by Dylan Peterson and Aiden Webb. Wow. I don't think he could hear us over the roar of the engines. Nice to see Corey Madden has the wrap on this week. Of course, last week was just plain white tins with yellow number 2 on the side. Good looking wrap for 2022. Larry Wilkerson looks him over, likes what he sees. We are green. And it is going to be Sean Too Cool taking off with the early advantage. Braden Richards trying to battle side by side with Mike Hansen. He will get by him, move Richards up to that second place spot. Mike Hansen now in third. Corey Madden sitting in fourth, and here comes Sacco. Sacco in fifth, trying to get to the inside of Madden. Not quite going to happen. Nothing shaking bacon. As Sean Cool, he's not really gapping the 11R of Richards, but he's not losing ground. And here comes Sacco, shot out of a rocket to the inside of turn number 2. He goes for the 2-for-1 special down the backstretch as he gets by both Madden and Hansen to move himself up to that third place spot. What a shot in that Razor chassis. Oh, Sean Cool, a little bit of a bobble. That's going to allow Braden Richards to try and get it right up to the back bumper. It is Sean Cool, Braden Richards, Jake Sacco, Mike Hansen, and Corey Madden rounding out that top 5. Looks like Rocky Cottle has called no joy, pulled the pit side. He is done for the heat race. Oh, we got a little bit of a battle going on between Madden and Hansen. As Hansen's going to get by Madden, or I'm sorry, hold off Madden. Meanwhile, up front, there's a knocking on the back door of the 11R Braden Richards. He better not open it up because he is going to get a face full of Sacco. Sacco almost up to the back bumper of the 11R as they fire it off down the backstretch. Meanwhile, it looks like Madden still trying to get to the inside of Hansen. Can't quite get it done. 2 laps to go. Sacco is right there. Now Sacco loses just a little bit of ground as the white flag comes out. And can he make that up? And can he get by Braden Richards? Remember, Braden Richards got a few wins here last year in a hobby stock over the offseason, moving up to the SportMod ranks. But as they come through 3 and 4, it doesn't matter. It is all Sean Too Cool. Sean Cool with the win. Braden Richards second. Jake Sacco third. Fourth is going to go to Mike Hansen. And at the end, Thomas Beal is able to take away that 5th place spot from Corey Madden. Ladies and gentlemen, as the field comes through 3 and 4 behind the original military Humvee owned by BW Outfitters, it is time for you to get up on your feet, make some noise, and let these drivers hear you. It's time for our first feature of the night for BW Outfitters Night. It is your Mach 1 Sport Compacts presented by Culver's in Carroll. On the pole is going to be the 712 of Levi Volker to the outside, the 33R of Jordan Runge.
Scheduled to roll off in the second row, the 9J of Joshua Lee and the 18R of Justin Reed.
Row number 3 to the inside, that's a 55G of Cody Gordon into his outside, the 14 of Justin Reitz.
Number 18, Colton Ransom, and number 22, Shannon Malberg.
All Malberg Motorsports, row number 4. Row number 5 is going to be Tony Kerger to the inside, and to the outside, the 28R of Trent Reed.
Tony Anderson is in the red 22A, and Tanner Beam is in the 26.
And looks like, once again, scheduled to start tail end Charlie, the 57 of Dylan Houston. Unfortunately, he not making the call, so 12 cars, 10 laps the distance. This is your A feature for your Culver Sport Compacts. And the compacts are green. It's going to be Jordan Runge with the early advantage as he's going to get around the 712 of Volkert. Here comes the 18R of Reed. And looks like the 22 of Malberg also up right there. Meanwhile, the 28R of Trent Reed, he slaps the wall a couple, 3-4 times. no harm, no foul. He's now going to get by the 14 of Reitz.
Justin Reitz also out of shape at the tail end of the field, but he goes and we stay green. Inside for the lead goes Shannon Malberg, trying to get by Runge on the inside. Down the back straightaway to the left rear quarter panel and trying to stick to the bottom is Malberg as he noses ahead slightly, but leading that lap is the 33R.
Top 7, throw a blanket over him. You got Runge, Malberg, both, or one of the Reeds, the 712 of Volkert, the 18 of Ransom, the 55G of Gordon, and the 9 of Kerger. Also coming in there is Trent Reed as well. But right now it is all Jordan Runge. He is holding off a hard charging Shannon Malberg. Malberg coming out of foreground, go to the low side, try one more time.
Malberg wants it, but Runge is keeping him at bay right now. Volkert right there within striking distance, trying to pull up to the back bumper and make it a 3-car battle for the lead. Malberg with a better run down the back chute that time, and into 3, off of 4, Shannon Malberg to the top of the pagoda.
New leader Malberg, that opens the door for the 712 of Levi Volkert. Volkert gonna try and get to the inside of Runge. He's gonna make it happen too. That also brings through the 55G of Cody Gordon. Now to the outside is trying to be Colton Ransom. However, Runge was able to shut the door. That broke the momentum of Ransom. Here comes the 9 of Kerger, 2 for 1 special. He got Runge and he got Ransom and moves himself into the top 5.
Malberg gapping him with 5 to go that time by. Volkert comfortably in the second spot, side by side for third. Kerger drifts up the racetrack a little bit, slip of the grip off of turn number 2 that time, trying to gather it back up in 3 and 4. Still a little loosey-goosey getting through 3 and 4. And now to the back of the bumper is Trent Reed.
That's 28R Trent Reed giving a nice little shot in the shorts and a how's ya faja to the 9 of Kerger, but up front, oh man, he is absolutely gone. That is the 22 of Shannon Malberg, followed by Volkert, Gordon, the 9 of Kerger, and Trent Reed now back into the top 5.
Kerger still trying to make it side by side with Gordon for the 3rd spot. And Gordon continues to be on the podium as Reed continues to hold off Ransom for right now. Lots of racing deep in the top 4. Gordon on back.
Gordon on the podium, but for how long is Tony Kerger is glued right to the rear bumper of that silver Chevy Cavalier. Now, oh, almost gets it to the back of Gordon, has to get it sideways. It does Kerger, but no harm, no foul. We're gonna see white flag out, 1 lap to go, bring us home, Kempson.
Shannon Malberg with half a straightaway lead as they hit the flag stand. The rest of the field, that is. The 22 through turn number 2, down the back straightaway, into 3, and off of 4 for the final time. Shannon Malberg is going to Van Wall Equipment Victory Lane in your Culver's Sport Compacts.
Coming home second is going to be Levi Volkert. Battle for third at the line. It's going to be Cody Gordon in third, Tony Kerger in fourth, and keeping his top 5 streak alive, that is the 18 of Colton Ransom. Now that was a good race. You got Cody Gordon and the 9 of Kerger battling it out side by side. Volkert was in there for a while. For a while, we had the top 7 all within striking distance and basically under a blanket of each other.
Carroll's own Thomas Van Dyke in the 13 on the inside of row number 4, and the man from Manning who won last week, Jake Sacco in the 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, get up and on your feet, give him a wave, give him some love. It is your Totten Plumbing and Heating and Derek Bruck family SportMods. Tommy Tanner in the inside of row number 5. To his outside is going to be a 37 of Thomas Beal.
On the inside in the red number 44, Dylan Peterson in row number 6. And then on the outside, Corey Madden from Evoca.
Row number 7, we'll see the 55W of Aiden Webb to the inside and the 99 of Rocky Cottle to his out.
Dunlap's own Joe Reitz trying to make a charge. 15th starting position. A 15-lap feature is what we're scheduled for once the green is in the air, and it will be 3 and 4 SportMod racing.
And nope. nope. Not gonna happen.
Well, I tried.
You tried. You did very good. Larry, on the other hand, didn't think that the drivers on the front row did a very good job. So we're going to try this all over again.
Hilgardner and Hansen trying to keep it even. And here we go again off a 3 and 4, and the green is in the air. Hilgardner gets the first call through 1 and 2. Hansen pushes up the racetrack, and here comes Kuhl trying to shoot the gap down the back straightaway the very first time. Kuhl trying to get to the bottom, and let her eat is what he said after the heat, and he is into the runner-up spot with Hilgardner out front, 1 down.
Sean Kuhl in the Mudslinger Motorsports number 74 has tried several times to get a feature victory here at the Crawford County Speedway. Something always has stopped him from doing it. Could tonight be the night? Right now, Mike Hansen has gotten around him, but he's looking to get right back in those tire tracks. Here's a problem, though. Here comes Sacco. Sacco and Sullivan side by side for 3, 4, and 5.
Hilgardner wasting no time and gapping the field by about a third of a straightaway already. Hansen still comfortably in second right now. Sean Kuhl rounding out the podium, but as you mentioned, Jake Sacco going down and sliding up in front of Kuhl to take the third spot.
Hayden Hilgardner absolutely on a tear right now. Mike Hansen in that 8X also looking good, but Sacco is just absolutely in fuego, as they used to say on ESPN Sports Center, as he is now on the back bumper and trying to go to the inside of Hansen.
And he does, and he tries the slide job again up to the cushion off of turn number 2, and Jake Sacco looks to put Hilgardner in the crosshairs from second place. 5 down, 10 to go.
Oh, it's problems for Thomas Van Dyke. Van Dyke is called no joy, pulled off. He is done for the feature. But as Kempson alluded to, it is Jake Sacco. He's got a whole clip full of freedom seeds, and he's using that Razor chassis as his favorite delivery method.
Can he make the charge is the question. Hilgardner has looked good and smooth out in front of this feature, nearly halfway home as we come around to the flag stand. This time, 8 to go.
As they go around, looks like this time Braden Richards going around the boogeyman of Brian Sullivan. That is going to put Richards now up into that top 5. Hilgardner still leads and still has a comfortable lead over Sacco. I wonder if Sacco's tires might be just a little bit on the used up side, as he is not making up very much ground.
Hilgardner a little lower on the racetrack here at the Crawford County Speedway than Sacco. He's trying to air it up on the top side. Sullivan with a little stumble near the end of the top 5, actually going to lose the 6th position, possibly through 3 and 4 here, as Richards is on the inside of Kuhl.
Braden Richards starting to make that car work towards the front end. Tried looking under Kuhl once again, couldn't quite get it done, but now Kuhl, he is shot out of a cannon down the backstretch. He's going to go to the inside of Mike Hansen and see if he can get that second place spot away.
Sacco trying to chip away and having moderate success with 5 to go as he tries to track down the red, white, and black number 5 car of Hilgardner. He is still right on the cushion and trying to get a run down the hill as well, trying everything desperately with 4 to go, trying to get the victory.
Try as he might, he is still, you know what, I was just going to say, still has a ways to go, but he is now knocking on the back door of Hayden Hilgardner. Hilgardner through 3 and 4, Sacco right there. We're going to have a war in our hands with 3 laps to go.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Here comes Sacco through 1 and 2, still higher on the racetrack, trying to get the run down the hill and down the back chute, nearly to the very back of that 5 car. And
we got the 2 of Corey Madden around down there in 3 and 4, and the caution's going to come out. Oh boy, we were about to see one heck of a war for the lead, but now we've got Hansen, we've got Kuhl, we've got Richards, Beal, Joe Reitz, who's been working his way forward, all right there in the mix as well with 3 to go.
Because he was making that charge, and under caution, sometimes the car can change ever so slightly, and he wants it just how it was when he was trying to get to the back bumper of the 5. He starts there. Can he get even better? Off of 3 and 4 to the inside. Sacco by the flag stand had the lead.
He had the lead by about a half a car length, which is all you need. Now he gets fully in front of Hilgardner, and he sets sail. He is out of here. He's got to rush back to Manning to go to a party at the house barn. As he's going to come down, he's going to see 2 laps to go. But behind him, the field is getting wild and woolly.
Reitz making that charge from 15th, starting into the top 5 on the bottom side of the racetrack in that black 1 car, as Hansen back to 6th. Cool trying to get back into 6th. Now the white flag is out as Sacco tries to stay undefeated at Crawford County Speedway.
Safe to say, if we still had a hard charger award, Joe Reitz would get that in spades, as he is up 10 spots. But up front, the story is Jake Sacco, as he's going to come through 3 and 4 and going to go 2 for 2 in 2022. Oh, and he blows the motor coming out of 4. The motor grenades, and he still takes the win. You cannot script this, ladies and gentlemen. Jake Sacco blows the motor but crosses for the win. Hayden Hilgardner 2nd, Thomas Beal 3rd. The 11R Braden Richards 4th, and Joe Reitz 5th. I don't know what to say. That's just insane.
The only thing that pops into my head is something uttered by a legend, the former announcer at the San Jose Speedway back in California. George Haig once said, "They run best before they blow."
And that thing was running best for sure.